Welcome to Better Not.
This episode is going to be a little fishy. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Welcome to Better Not. My name's Will.
And I'm Zach.
And this is the podcast where two co-workers bet beers on topics you can easily bump your microphone for. All right. We're in it right now. We're in it. You've tuned in. You found us on the YouTubes. Welcome. You subscribe to us on YouTube, and we really appreciate that.
Not only YouTube, the podcast.
And on the podcast.
Yeah.
Hopefully you've subscribed there too.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just directing myself to you, the viewer.
In your general direction.
In your general direction. We're on YouTube. Did you know that, Zach?
I know that now.
You know that now?
Just kidding. I've known that.
I think at the posting of this is like probably like 7th or 8th, maybe even like 10th episode.
Okay. I've known for at least 2 episodes.
You've known for 2? Yeah, I'm
least.
trying to post this on there.
Sweet.
I'm really hoping that people find us on there and spread the word about the Better Not show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spread it like a Rona.
Spread it like the Rona, the Corona. Well, I'm trying to reach more people, and that's where the YouTube comes in.
All right.
Because people need to know about this show.
Yeah.
I've been wondering about toenails like last week. I've been wondering about the fish doctor. I've been wondering about all the bets that we're doing.
So I got a joke, and I think I told you it the other day, but I'm going to say it again.
Okay.
A guy walks into the doctor's office, and he says, I'm here to see the doctor. And the receptionist goes, which doctor? And he goes, no, I want a regular doctor.
It's a pretty lame joke. But did he say fish doctor?
No. He said,
Fish
I don't want the witch doctor.
Yeah. Well, he was looking for the fish doctor. That's what it was.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Well, I've been wondering.
Okay. Well, let's figure this out.
Okay.
So,
well, can I tell you about where this came from?
Yeah.
So some friends came over.
Do they have fish?
They had fish.
Okay.
Fun fact.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually a pretty complex story.
All right.
Let me tell you the complexities of this story.
Got nothing but time.
Nothing but time. So I was talking to some friends that came over, and we were talking about different like animal vet stuff, and we kept talking and talking. I actually forgotten like the details of the conversation, but we got to the point of they were saying that a fish had died, and there's nothing you could do. But we had been talking about vets and stuff for dogs and stuff, and I think it was like broken arms or something on a dog, broken legs, broken arms.
Okay.
And I was like, is there someone you could take a fish to or whatever? And they were talking about like it's really like a chemical imbalance. And then I was thinking like there's got to be like a fish vet, right? And then we were talking about there's specialty vets, right? There's like a large animal and there's small animal vets usually within the same place. But I think you're right with the general vet practitioner.
Right.
And then I kept asking, like, is there like a fish one? And then I guess if there was a fish doctor, they wouldn't necessarily be doing like surgery on fish, because I agree with you that the cost to the fish living is like, 50-50.
Yeah.
So, but what if it's an exotic fish?
Okay, so let me...
I'm not done with my story, Zach.
Okay. Where else did you go with this story?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think exotic fish. I think rich people have fish, right? And they don't want to lose their exotic fish.
Oh my gosh.
And then you've got marine biologists.
Okay.
In like aquariums. So aquariums don't want to lose their fish. So there's probably someone out there that specializes in fish doctoring.
Okay. Let me tell you this.
I'm not talking about the normal consumer. I'm talking about special.
I used to have a 55-gallon fish tank.
Oh, so you're the rich fish owner.
I can...
rich fish.
I'll send you a picture of it, actually. I'll send you a picture right now so I don't forget. It was a cool fish tank. I had angelfish, a clownfish, suckerfish, huge goldfish, or it ended up being huge. Oh, I feel like I had a few more fish. I went through fish like crazy until I figured out how to balance my fish tank.
Okay.
So I had a tiki hut style. It was in
Okay.
my bedroom.
Like, was that the outside of it, or did you have like a tiki hut inside?
That would be amazing if I had a tiki hut on the inside. No, I didn't have a tiki hut on the inside. I
You know
had
what I
like
mean?
a fake log that they could go into
Okay.
and hide.
Yeah.
I had the plants.
Yeah.
Had a couple big rocks.
Yeah.
I had like a little aerator.
Okay.
So there's different things with the fish tank. You have to have a certain amount of air that goes in there.
Mm-hmm.
You can turn the air off at night because I had a hard time sleeping with the aerator going on. But as long as you turn it off at like 10, have it kick on at like 6,
Yeah.
it's fine. So that's one way that your fish can die. Another one is your filter system. You have to make sure that, I think it's a charcoal. So basically your filter usually has a 3-stage. You have a filter, charcoal, another filter, and then it just makes sure that the water is like super clean.
Mm-hmm.
So your water needs to be clean. And then if you bring in fish,
Saw your picture.
you
That's cool.
need to make sure that you put the bag in the tank so
Okay.
that the water adjusts to the tank temperature. Then you release the fish out of the bag so it doesn't go into shock.
Okay.
When you change your fish tank water, you need to not change all the water because the water that you're going to add in is going to slowly bring down the temperature of the tank. And you need to make sure that so you can have tropical fish and regular fish, but the tropical needs to be a little bit warmer. So you have to find a middle ground that both fish like so that they won't die.
Okay.
Whenever I used to change the water, I would like get hot water from the sink, add a little bit of hot water and cold water at the same time.
Okay.
And then it would balance it out. So it wouldn't be like freezing cold water, and you know what I mean? And then what are other reasons that your fish tank? Oh, so when you bring in a new fish, that's when a lot of times your fish can get infections because they're around this other fish population that could be like immune to things that your fish aren't.
Okay.
So I had that a few times where like my fish were getting some like scabs on their scales. What you do is you go to either a pet store, like a specialty pet store, or
Specialty Fish Doctor's pet store.
no, a specialty pet store, like the ones that sell dogs in the window.
Dogs in the window. I don't know enough about pets.
Okay.
But I'm still betting
They sell
you on this.
reptiles. They sell.
Okay. Oh, I know which ones you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't go to Walmart. They're not going to know what the heck you need. You can get fish stuff at Walmart, what you need, but
Oh, you can?
if you go to PetSmart, a lot of times they'll know. So you go in there. If you want, you could take the fish and show them. But I would always just take a picture and show them. They'd always be like, "Oh, here's your antibiotic. Put 10 drops of antibiotic in for 10 days," just like taking an antibiotic.
Just
And
like it?
Basically, yeah. And
I have a story about that.
I do too. So yeah, and fish would usually be cured. I had my fish tank until I went off to college, and then I wasn't around enough to take care of it, and they all died. My mom did the best job she could. She kept them alive, most of the fish alive for a year, and then about half of them died, and then
Yeah.
they slowly dwindled away.
That's really sad.
But here's the other thing.
Sounds like you're a fish doctor.
Oh,
Maybe you are.
I'm not, so you lose.
Oh, dang it.
So these places, like you go to, what's the name of the place called? I'm thinking of the Jungle Cruise. It's not the Jungle Cruise. What's the restaurant that's like the jungle? Rainforest Cafe.
I've never been to one of those.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's such a cool
I
experience.
don't know if they had one in Atlanta.
You're not into like theme park stuff though, and it's basically a theme park restaurant.
I'm not into, gimmicks, I guess.
Gimmicks, sure.
Gimmicks.
It's not a gimmick, it's an experience.
But then maybe I would be into Star Wars Land. So
Yeah.
maybe.
Star Wars gimmicks.
Star Wars gimmicks are allowed. Yeah. But other gimmicks, no.
Anyway, Star Wars experience. You go there, and they've got huge fish tanks everywhere.
Okay.
So most of those are saltwater.
Hmm.
So your exotic fish, as long as you maintain the salt content in there, they're usually not going to get diseases because it's just the salt takes care of all that stuff.
Okay.
So, yes, there could be one guy out there that's like, "Oh, I know how to do this," but generally, you go to PetSmart, you go to a specialty pet store, or if you have a saltwater tank, basically if you have a saltwater tank, you're the most knowledgeable about fish tanks.
Okay.
Because not only do you know how to maintain fish, you know how to maintain fresh coral. So
Okay.
keeping the coral alive is very important because the fish can eat the coral.
Mhm.
They can, live in the coral. They can produce in the coral. There's
Yeah.
like a lot of different things that have to do with that. So if you can do a saltwater fish tank, you've mastered it.
Yeah. That makes sense. I feel like coral, coral's it's pretty finicky, right?
Yeah.
It really needs
yeah.
specific environment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's like these people, they're like usually super, super into it. Like that's their main hobby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like when you meet somebody, usually they're like, oh, I'm a breeder of this specific fish or whatever.
Really?
Oh yeah. Or I grow coral and I sell coral. Like once you really get into it, you just get into it, and that's what you do.
Yeah. I stumbled across a guy on YouTube. What was I doing? I don't even know what I was doing. It just kind of came up in my like search feed or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was this guy that had these fish tanks, and he was super into it, and he talked really like relaxing. And he had like meditative music. He had like the little crustaceans in there. And so he would like use like chopsticks and stuff to reach in and remove like the moss on top of the water. He had like this like natural algae stuff on the top.
Cool.
And like he would like remove it, and he would drop in these little bottom feeders, like shrimp kind of thing, these little ones.
Yeah.
And they cleaned up his fish tank for him. But he used like a macro lens, like a video lens, and was shooting them really close up. It was magical. I'm gonna try to find him on YouTube, and I'll put the link in the show notes.
That sounds really cool.
It was very cool,
dude. I used to love just like taking care of my fish tank and just watching them. And what's funny is they'll get to know you, and they'll know.
No.
Oh yeah, you walk in. And they would come like right up when I'd walk in. If my mom or dad was to walk in, this was when I was living with my parents.
Yeah.
They wouldn't give a crap.
They were scared of them, or they didn't give a crap.
Scared. They just like it depended on the fish. Some of them were scared. Some of them weren't. They knew that I was the feeder. I came in, I fed them, and yeah, like you'd start feeding them. Sometimes they'd like jump out of the water and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super cool.
They jumped out of the water when you came in?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, when you were feeding them. To
Yeah.
get this stuff on the top of the water.
Sometimes at night, too, they would jump out of the water. I don't know if there was like a bug in there or something.
He's called Foo the Flower Horn. Or Foo the Flower Horn. Hold on, I want to show you this. It was like super meditative. I'll put it in there.
Yeah.
It's just these like... Puts like meditative music. It's like all close-up shots.
See, with a video like this, you don't even need a fish tank. You just put that on.
I see it's got his little...
Yeah, little shrimps. Cool.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Anyways, I'll link him in the bio. Let's see. Well, let's get to the bet. Let's get to the bet, and we can keep talking about our fish stories. Because you have a ridiculous fish story, and I'm going to make you tell it.
I do?
Yeah, you do.
I'm not thinking of what it is.
You've got one.
Okay.
That time the fish ate your finger.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look it up. Are there specialty fish doctors? You can become a fish doctor. The American...
In 1 hour. In 1 hour, you can be certified.
The American Association of Fish Veterinarians. Woo!
What? Where's that at?
It was the first thing I looked on here. Here's the scenario. A customer arrives. This is on
But they're a veterinarian. Look, the Dr. Jen Quirschen, more popular known as Dr. Koi, koi fish. Oh yeah, I used to have a koi fish too.
You're so cool.
Oh gosh, I got so many stories.
This is your episode. Wait. But this is a fish veterinarian.
She is a veterinarian. of Colorado State University in 2001,
Yeah.
who later trained herself to treat ornamental fish because she saw so many of them dying.
Yeah, so
She's
realized...
not a fish doctor. She's a veterinarian.
That's not who I'm looking at.
Okay, are they a veterinarian, though?
It says, we never said, is it a vet or not? They're a fish vet.
No, they're a veterinarian that specializes in fish.
Yeah, but that's what I was talking about. They specialize in fish.
Oh, my gosh. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously there's going to be like veterinarians, and then they all they do is treat horses or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Or not all they do, but they're going to treat a variety of animals. She's still a veterinarian. Who knows? She probably treats dogs just as much as she does fish.
There's 2 different certifications here. There's the American Association of Fish Veterinarians, the AAFV, and then there's another one here. Okay, wait, I just saw it. National Aquarium, become a fish doctor. Oh, okay, and then the World Aquatic Veterinarian Medicine Association, the WAVMA.
Okay, so that's an association.
Yeah. So these are, becoming a fish doctor is expensive. You need to attend college
to become a veterinarian.
Yeah, but then you become,
and then all you
then you become a fish doctor.
Say, like, I'm really good at treating fish. Come to me.
No, there's 2 associations. You become a fish doctor.
No,
it's like you go to residency, or like you go to doctor school. You become a doctor, and then you specialize in heart surgery. It's the same thing. There's legit associations. I think I won this one.
I don't think you won this at all.
I didn't think I was. What? I said my side of the bet. What did you even bet on?
There's not fish. They're veterinarians. They're not a fish doctor. That's all they do is a fish doctor.
This article says how to become a fish doctor.
Right. Yeah. But they're a veterinarian. They treat all other animals.
No, they treat fish.
And other animals.
I mean...
They're a veterinarian. They're not just a fish doctor.
Just like a real human doctor could understand a little bit about how a dog's body works.
Compared to a fake human doctor.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about this one.
All right. I think I won this one.
We can rock, paper, scissors again.
No, I'll bring the beer.
All right.
I'll bring the beer. I'm pretty sure I won this one. Viewers, write in.
Yeah. Let's hear your opinions.
Let's hear your opinions.
Yeah.
Is a fish doctor a thing, or is it a specialty of a regular vet? Well, it is a specialty of a regular vet. Like, that's for sure.
Right.
If you
don't go to school for just a fish doctor.
You do in the secondary, like in the next level. Like, you go and get your certification so you can become solely a fish doctor. And then when your fish needs help, you go to the fish doctor.
Okay.
Like, you go to the heart doctor. You go to the heart doctor for help, right?
Yeah.
You don't go to the doctor.
Do they only treat heart doctors only do hearts, right?
Okay. And
do fish doctors only do fish?
Yes.
There's no way. You cannot make a living on treating fish. There's no way.
You can.
There's no way.
That's what this says.
There's no way. You're a veterinarian.
Okay. Treating pet fish. Most fish doctors don't get into the field on purpose. For example, Jenna Question?
That was the one I was trying to read earlier.
Her profile in the Denver Post article, graduated from Colorado University as a regular vet.
Right.
Then, after seeing ornamental fish dying, that's what you found, she trained herself to treat them. And then today, she runs Colorado's first fish hospital in Denver. Fish hospital. You take your fish to the fish hospital.
Okay. All right. You might have won this one.
Her work includes the following: exams. Okay. Well, this is one that blows me away. Exams, vaccinations, X-rays, ultrasounds, and surgeries. I didn't know you could do fish surgeries.
Oh my gosh. Nobody does that though. No one's going to do that.
She does.
There's like one crazy person that's like, I cannot live without this fish. Fish don't cost that much. Exotic fish, sure, you might spend a couple $100s on it.
You know how much?
You know how much you're going to charge?
You spend $175 to $250 per hour.
Yes. So in the 20 hours it takes for your fish to go through chemotherapy, you could have gone and bought 10 more of those fish.
She worked on a fish that was worth $26,000, so it was worth it. Someone said
$26,000.
it was a ornamental fish
Oh my gosh.
that most fish owners aren't aware of medical help available, and sometimes they just don't care.
I'll tell you what, it's really easy to flush those fish and go buy a new one.
This one guy offers free fish surgery in Atlanta, Georgia.
Is his name Will Cobb?
Yeah, call me up.
Yeah, I'm a fish doctor.
I'll operate on your fish. That's for sure.
Let me just throw them on the grill real quick and see if that works.
This says other fish doctoring opportunity because your fish doctor specialty might not be a good income.
Right?
Well, this is actually off of a
because no one's gonna take their fish to the doctor.
This is off of Penny Hoarder, which is like a how to make money and all that stuff,
Right.
like jobs and stuff. It says that you can, so it's talking about like how to make money as a fish doctor.
Yeah.
So it's like you can work at aquariums with dolphins, sharks, turtles, marine animals, and reptiles with other marine animals. It takes a 4-person surgical team to work on one fish.
They have to do it all
I think
underwater?
I won this.
Oh my gosh.
We can look up some of these other thoughts.
Sure.
Do you think I won? At least there's one fish doctor.
There's one. They're off the rocker.
The bet was not if there is.
So when you go to
multiple.
the zoo, do you think the zoos have a monkey doctor, a turtle doctor, a lion doctor, a zebra doctor?
They have certain
they're
staff
all
members.
vets.
No, they have certain staff members that are like, yeah, I'm the monkey guy.
Yeah, maybe they're better at taking monkey, but they're all veterinarians.
Yeah, but like you have to specialize. You have to, because like a horse is different than a monkey.
They are, but our vet that we go to does dogs, cats, horses, goats,
I think they do that
chickens.
because they have to try to make money. But I think ultimately,
No, they don't have to. You can make a good living just doing cats and dogs.
well, sure, but he wants to make more money.
No, he enjoys taking care of animals.
Yeah. Well, all right. Who won? I think I won.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm on the fence.
What?
I feel like
Your
you won.
bet
You won
won.
specifically, but
I won specifically, and that's what matters.
yeah, but it's gonna kill me if.
We'll look up some more stuff, but I won. Let's go to Beer
All
Corner.
right.
Beer Corner, give me a beer. All right, so this is Beer Corner. Whoever wins the bet has to buy the other one a beer.
Yep.
What'd you bring for us today?
Well, on the terms of fish, I brought Longboard Island Lager.
Okay.
It is made by Kona Brewing Company, which is, I think, in Honolulu.
Yeah.
Kona. Why would I say Honolulu?
Kona Brewing Company
Kona.
in
Yeah.
Honolulu. I haven't been to Hawaii yet.
Okay,
And-
so actually this says Honolulu on here. That's why I brought it.
Oh.
So that Waikiki Beach in Honolulu is the birthplace of longboard surfing.
Mm.
Kona Brewing pays tribute to its iconic place with its own longboard lager. A spirited, crisp, and refreshing brew, Longboard Island Lager is a smooth ride all the way in. Thirst up. Cool.
All right, let's do it.
4.6% alcohol. Doesn't say the IBUs.
I've had this one before, and I really like it.
Nice.
It's nice and
Yeah,
crisp.
I had it on my honeymoon.
It's so hard to use that
It is
thing.
hard to
We need to
get
get a
off
real
there.
one in here.
Yeah.
We need a Better Not branded one.
Yeah.
Better Not branded everything. All right, Kona Brewing. Wow, that is clean and crisp looking. Really pale and clear. Nice lager look. A lager look.
Yes, it is. All right.
Cheers. Oh, smooth. Nice
Very good.
lager. Excellent.
That's really good.
It's a great drinking beer. I could drink that.
Yeah.
I'm drinking it.
Really light.
Yeah, but not too light. Not like Bud Light.
Yeah.
Not like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it is very good. There's another one that I like that they have. It's the blue one. I can't remember what the label's blue on it. Can't remember what the name of it is.
Yeah, I've gotten the variety pack of those, and
Might
it's
be
really
a
good.
wheat one. I can't remember.
Yeah, they have a wheat one.
Mm-hmm.
I think they have an IPA, a few others. Yeah.
Yeah, don't they have one that's like called Big Swell or something like that? That might be the blue one.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the beer.
No problem.
Yeah. Cheers again.
First again.
Okay.
So
back to fish doctoring. I'm pretty impressed with myself. I really thought I was going to lose this one.
Yeah, I still think you lost somewhat.
I think I won somewhat. So,
but yeah, we'll go with it.
Yeah.
So some interesting facts about fish tank, other than the facts I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Did you know that fish grow according to their environment?
Yes, I did know that.
Yeah,
that's really interesting.
It
like
is
the koi ponds,
mm-hmm.
like the fish grow either big or small.
Very big.
Mm-hmm.
I had a koi fish in my fish tank, and it only grew to maybe about 3 or 4 inches.
Is that saltwater or is that freshwater?
No, freshwater.
It is freshwater.
Yeah.
How big do they grow in like normal lakes? They get huge?
I pretty sure that they're either, when they're in lakes, I think they call them not perch. There's another name for them, and I forget the name of it. But they're not spotted and beautiful. They just get freaking huge, and they start taking over. Because when we have family in Lake Arrowhead, when we go to Lake Arrowhead, I don't know if they still do this or not. They used to pay the kids for catching them.
Okay.
Because they just come up to like the shore and they just kind of like try to eat everything. And
yeah.
But what do they call them? They're not perch. Maybe they just call them shorefish. I can't remember what they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're big, ugly things. Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's really crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love koi ponds though. They're so cool.
Oh yeah. Super peaceful.
Yeah.
I'd love to have one.
Our landlady has one.
Really?
Well, when we had to pay to her, like for our rent and stuff, we'd go over there and like we'd pay like in her mailbox, and you could walk through her little garden, and it had a little koi pond.
That's awesome.
It's really cool.
I like it too because you don't have to worry about mosquitoes.
Oh, does that help mosquitoes or?
Well, usually like sitting bodies of water have mosquitoes. Okay. And because the kois, they'll eat the mosquitoes.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. So if they land on the water, they'll eat them.
That's what you should put in your pool then.
Right? Yeah. Forget it being a pool. It'll just be a koi pond.
And then they can do like the cleaning of your feet too.
Oh, gosh.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Have you seen those at the airports? It's like the little fish that eat your like crust off your feet.
No.
Yeah.
This should have been for our last episode.
On the tail episode. Yeah, you haven't. Where did we see it?
I've never been to Japan though, or wherever.
It was in St. Thomas.
Okay.
In the islands.
Okay.
Pretty sure. And then it was just like a big.
Did you do it?
No.
I feel like you got to do it.
I know. But it was overseas too when we did the Thailand trip.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was only over there. I feel like it was down in St. Thomas.
It was probably Thailand.
Yeah, it was probably over there.
Yeah.
I feel like we did a few trips. Wouldn't you want to do that?
I would try it. Definitely. I'd definitely try it.
Clean all the scales and crust off your feet.
I mean, I don't have scales and crust on my feet, but...
Do you, Zach?
I don't. I have very nice feet.
Yeah. So, okay, fish story for you.
Okay.
You were talking about trying to get antibiotics.
Oh, yeah.
From the doctor, and they weren't going to give it to you, and then you suggested...
So I was telling my coworker about it, and she's like, oh, my brother always just goes and gets fish antibiotics. And you just take the amount of antibiotics that you need, but in a fish form.
Yeah. I don't know about this.
I don't know about it either. So I asked the psychiatrist on her unit.
Yes, you did.
And she says, in theory, it would work, but there could be additives. Why would there be additives? What's the purpose of adding additives?
To make your fish stronger. Super fish.
Super fish. So then I was telling, I forget who I was telling, somebody that was working in ag about it. And they were like, oh yeah, I've gone to the feed store and I've bought horse antibiotics before. And I've taken it because they couldn't get antibiotics. But you just take the right milligrams, you got to look it up online or see.
It's ridiculous.
I don't know. But, I mean, you got to think, like, there's people out there that don't have insurance. They can't pay for antibiotics. They can't pay to go to the doctor. They can't.
Yeah, but they shouldn't be taking fish pills.
Right. It should be less regulated.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they can have a better healthcare system.
Yeah.
but not fish bills. There's probably
Hey.
is something in that. There's probably like little fish flakes, little fish juices, so that they eat it. Or something.
I take fish oil.
Oh yeah, maybe it's omega-3s and
Yeah, it's probably even better.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Are fish cannibals?
Some of them are, yeah.
Yeah.
You can, some fish you can put together. You know, it's weird because you go to PetSmart and they've got like a list of this fish can go together, this one can't.
Yeah.
I've put tons of fish in together, and
Yeah.
there's only been several that ate each other. Like the clownfish that I had, I think wasn't supposed to go with the the parrotfish that I had.
Mm-hmm.
And they did fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. Oh, I also had a turtle
In the fish tank?
in the fish tank. Yeah.
With all those fish?
Yeah. So I didn't have him for long. He didn't live that long, a couple months.
Well, it sounds like you didn't have the right scenario.
His name was Dan.
His name was Dan. He was a loser.
He's buried in my front yard.
Is he?
My parents' front yard, yeah.
What?
Yeah. I like that turtle a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, the whole turtle thing is you have to have a light, because they have to have a little bit of warmth. But the water turtles, you basically just got to have something of a land for them to go up onto. I think he was just too young. I got him at the swap meet because it's illegal to buy red ear sliders, but they sell them at the swap meet.
So you got an illegal turtle?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Now
so-
the police are going to know all about it.
They can go dig them out of my yard if they want. I don't care.
They probably will.
Yeah. No. So yeah, you go to the swap meet. They've got the pet guy. That's probably the fish specialist right there. I didn't even think
guy
about
at the
that.
swap meet.
There's literally. So have you ever been to the swap meet?
I've been to one. It was.
You know how they have like sections, like here's the cooking people that sell cooking supplies. Here's the t-shirt people. Here's the boot people. Here's the pet people. So yeah, you go to the pet person, and I went up and I was like, I'm looking for a really small turtle, red ear slider.
Yeah.
He's got red ears. And the guy's like looking around like, what the heck? He goes into his little van thing, comes out with him. And yeah, it's like $10. He lived for a couple months. I had like a floating island that he could swim up to and go onto the island, and then a little heater lamp. I don't know why he died though, because I would give him like food and, give him lettuce and stuff. I think he was just too small. Like he needed to be with his mom or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I can't believe you had an illegal turtle.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
you need to watch Tiger King, dude.
What's crazy is my dad used to have one of those huge turtles.
Like what are those called? The giant turtles?
The tortoise turtles.
The giant tortoise? It's called something like giant tortoise or mega tortoise.
Yeah.
How did he have that? Wait, those are legal though. I thought, or is it in Arizona? Is it Phoenix that you can own those?
I don't know. You can't have them in California.
I thought you could have like one per household in Phoenix or something like that.
Maybe. I don't. They're cool though. I think my dad said it just like vanished. So I don't know if it like somebody took it or what.
Yeah.
This is when he was younger.
Yeah. But. That's crazy. So you're involved in the crazy animal, like exotic animal trade.
No, I'm not.
I'm
not at all.
Are.
I bought a single, like a
officers
50-cent piece turtle.
You live next to an officer. I just want to point out that Zach may be in the tiger trade.
Okay.
You need to watch Tiger King.
No, I don't.
You do if you're into exotic.
You played that clip of Tiger King when we were at work. And
the Carol Baskin one.
It sounded like the trashiest show I've ever.
Carol Baskin.
It sounded worse than Honey Boo Boo.
It probably, yeah. Okay.
So why is it so drawing to people? Is it because this Corona thing, like nobody has anything else to do?
It was such a left field from the Corona thing. I mean, I think it would have been good regardless of this happening, but it happened at the perfect time when everyone had to stay home. So everybody watched it.
Okay.
Which is why you should watch it. Oh, man. But it was about exotic animal trade. Mainly tigers. But they treated everything, which was terrible.
Okay.
They said that there's more tigers living in captivity in America than there are in the wild.
Really?
Because of this tiger trade.
Okay. What do they do with them?
They let people pet them. They pet the babies.
Okay.
So that
What do you do with them when they get when they get adult?
I'm not going to spoil the show for you. That's what the show's about.
So this guy's rescuing them.
One person's supposedly rescuing them, and one person's supposedly killing them.
My grandpa used to have a tiger blanket
Made out of tiger?
Real tiger. Yeah, the face was taxidermied, so it was fake. And when he sold it, he had to sell it at auction because it's illegal to sell.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but for some reason, through an auction, it's not illegal to sell.
That's so
kind of
weird.
like my truck. When I sold my truck,
Yeah.
I couldn't get it to pass smog, so I sold it through an auction. And then it's the buyer's responsibility because the auction's just selling it as a product rather than a car.
I think that's weird that you can't sell it without it passing. Like, that doesn't make sense because, like,
That's
you
the
should just
law.
be able to sell a vehicle. Like,
Well,
why?
California wants vehicles that can't pass smog off the road. So basically that's their way of like, you need to get this thing fixed or get it off the road.
Yeah.
And then there's the auctions here to save the day.
Here to save the day. You said you had more stories about your fish adventures, right?
My fish adventures.
Your fish adventures?
I mean, I got fish from all over. I'd go to Fresno, Bakersfield.
Yeah.
I think that's the only places I got fish from. But yeah, I really enjoyed having a fish tank. It was fun to keep up with it. And,
How long did you do that for?
my wife, she was my girlfriend at the time, got me the tank, I think when I was a senior in high school.
Okay.
So senior to college, 5-6 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's fun that she got it for you.
Yeah.
Was it sad to get rid of it a few years back?
No, I was tired.
It last year?
I was
You were
tired
done
of
with
taking
it?
care of it. Yeah. I'd love to have it, but I wish I could have it in my garage.
No.
But the temperature, it gets so hot in the garage, like you can never have fish in there.
You
The
couldn't
thing-
maintain it, like with a gauge or something?
No, because there's no way to cool it.
Oh, the cooling would be the issue,
Right.
not
It'd
the heating.
Get too hot in the garage during the summer and
That
they
makes sense.
die.
Yeah.
The whole thing about the fish tank stuff is like when you clean it, if you have carpet in your room, you're getting water all over the carpet and like
Yeah.
it's a mess maker. It really is.
Yeah.
You don't have to clean it that often, every month or so, every couple weeks,
Yeah.
three or 4 weeks.
If you put the crustaceans in there, do they clean it for you?
So I had a sucker fish,
Okay.
and he just goes around and cleans all the sides and everything.
That's cool.
So that always looks immaculate. It's just their feces goes down into the rock, and then
You gotta
you just
clean
have
the
to
rocks.
vacuum it out. So
Okay.
basically, I would hook up a hose to like the little vacuum hose I had. You turn on the hose, it starts creating suction, and then you get the water start flowing through there, and then you just go through the rock and vacuum all the feces out. And it's all clean. Then you switch the switch on the vacuum, and it goes the opposite way. Instead of pumping the water out from the hose, it pushes the water into the hose.
Yeah.
So then you're putting fresh water into your tank.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was easy. It'd take like maybe 30, 40 minutes to
Yeah.
clean the tank.
For sure.
But it was just like it'd make a big old mess everywhere.
Yeah, I know. I feel that.
And then we had a cat at the time. And the cat would be like all trying
That's
to
not
like
good.
roll in the water and stuff
Mhm.
because they like the smell of the fish.
That's not good at all.
Yeah.
That's not good at all. Okay. Well, that was the fish one. I'm pretty proud of myself for winning that one.
Yeah. I still don't think you should have won.
I think I should have.
All right. All right.
Maybe I'll
Let your conscience take care of
I'll
it.
try to have a conversation with my friend who was like he was a dolphin expert.
What?
Yeah,
Dolphin expert?
we should
Was
have
he a
called him.
veterinarian?
We need to make a segment that we call people on this because I have a friend that went to vet school or not vet school, but like was it vet school? No, she's not a vet, is she? Anyways, she did animal stuff at Cal Poly,
Okay.
and then I've got a friend that swam with dolphins. Like he was
Oh, that makes them a doctor.
no,
for
he
sure.
was. I think he was a dolphin psychologist.
Oh my gosh! Get out of here! Get out of
100% serious about that. Maybe we should call. Maybe I should
Oh my
get.
gosh.
I think. Okay, so we kind of record these kind of fast sometimes, but I think we should do. I'll have to arrange them beforehand,
Yeah.
but we should try to arrange like calls,
Okay.
and I think that would be a really good segment.
Okay.
Write in all the people that are on our Facebook that don't use our Facebook. You should use our Facebook. You look at that camera. You should. if you think we should do some calls on the show.
Yeah.
Because I think the calls were interesting. Like my friend Danny answering my question.
That's fun. Oh, Will's Compliment Corner.
Oh, you have a compliment for me?
I like your shirt. It's got arrows on it.
Thanks.
My favorite show has been Arrow for a long time.
There you go.
It just wrapped up.
Shouldn't have wrapped up.
This year. Yeah.
Shouldn't have wrapped up.
Well, all good things have to come to an end.
You gotta have a little bit of arrows on you.
There's your compliment.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, compliment your Moral Bay shirt.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You know, they just went out of business.
Oh, that's good.
No, it's not.
Maybe because that giant plank was dumb.
The what?
The giant plank skateboard was
It's called
dumb.
a skateboard. Giant plank. What are you talking about?
It's a giant plank.
This is how they used to make skateboards.
No.
Yes, they would use. Oh my gosh. Okay, you want to bet on this?
No.
I think next
the first
episode,
skateboards were a plank with wheels?
Yep. You want to bet?
I bet you that the first skateboards were not planks with wheels.
Okay. Deal.
We're
That's
not
our
supposed
next episode.
No. Our
Yep.
next episode, we already... no, let's talk about skateboards. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think they had something more elegant than a plank with wheels.
Okay. And I'll even go further in to say that the wheels were roller skate wheels.
I don't think you know about this.
All right.
I don't think you know.
All right.
All right. Well, that's going to be next week's bet, apparently. We were going to do something else, but now that's going to be next week's. All right. Next week.
Just make sure you bring beer next week, Will.
I brought 3 beers this week,
Yeah.
and I won both, so I didn't have to bring them. All right. Well, all right. That's next week. Thanks for listening, guys. Again, go find us on Patreon. We are patreon.com/betternot. And for $5 a month, you can provide us 1 beer. We would love your support. We've got like 30-ish episodes out. And if you've listened to all of our episodes up to this point, you've listened to 30 hours of content from us. Or maybe a little less, because not every episode's an hour exactly. But that's a lot of time. And if you invest 30 hours into something, do you think you would give them $5?
Yeah, probably.
Well, you do, right? So you've watched a lot of episodes of Arrow, right?
Yeah.
And you pay for cable, right?
I do.
So do you think out of your entire cable bill, the amount that you gave to the Arrow show was about $5?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how that works.
How much is your cable bill? Like $50?
Yeah, probably about that.
$50. And then per month, how much of Arrow are you watching? Like compared to your other shows?
4 hours.
You watch 4 hours of Arrow.
Mm-hmm.
How many hours of TV do you think you watch a month?
I usually watch about 2 hours a day.
2 hours a day.
So it's about half of my, except for on the weekends, watch a little bit more, probably.
Okay.
So probably about a third.
2 hours a day, but you only do 4 hours a month of Arrow? No, that's not.
Oh,
not
no.
a third.
No,
That would
that's
be like
not right at all.
That would be like a 20th, maybe.
Yeah.
Something crazy like that. But a 20th of $50.
It's $2.50.
Okay.
So maybe we need to change it to $2.50.
No.
I'm just kidding.
But just think about it, the breakdown like that. You've enjoyed our content, and we're really talking to family and friends right now because not too many people have uniquely discovered our podcast. So it's really just family and friends. If you support us, if you believe in us, please support us for $5 a month. If you give us that $5 a month, I do have ideas for actually doing some advertisements, spreading the word about. We're not going to buy ourselves beer with your $5.
Right.
If we finally get $5 on there,
It's going towards.
it's going to go towards promoting and like actually like making this podcast better.
Yeah.
We say it's the price of a beer. But
That might be a little easier to get for people to give if we actually tell them what we're going to use the money for. It's like, have you seen homeless people that has the sign that says
like beer?
Yeah,
Beer money needed.
I'm not going to kid you. It's for beer money. Nobody's going to give that guy beer
Yeah.
money.
Well, ultimately, like I've talked to a few podcasts already that have 1,000 subs, like 1,000 people are listening.
Subscribers?
Yeah.
Okay.
And some of them have like $25 ad spots.
Okay.
$25. That's 5 people signing up on our Patreon
Yeah.
to support us. I could put some ad spots out. We can get more people listening. I don't know. I can do a lot with some money, but we would love for you guys to support us on there. Patreon.com/betternot. I'm going to be putting our episodes up early so that you can either listen and or watch us on YouTube. We also have a YouTube. We talked about that at the beginning, but YouTube channel is going well. I think the videos look awesome. I'm trying to make them look better.
I think you're doing a great job.
Thank you, Zach. Is this another compliment corner?
Not quite.
So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening.
Yep.
And we'll see you on the next one talking about skateboards.
Cool. See you guys.
The Better Not Podcast is Will Cobb and Zach Freeman, produced by Cobblestone Productions. All the music you hear in the show is written by Will Cobb and mixed by Chad Mcilvenna. Thank you so much to Savannah, my wife, for singing on all the tracks that you hear. We post our episodes now on YouTube. Go head over there and subscribe to us and like our video. And don't forget to sign up for patreon.com/betternot and support us for $5 a month. It goes a long way for helping us out. Thank you so much for listening, and see you on the next one.